Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tassinix, and welcome to Season 69, 5 vs. 5 Grand Arena Championship, Week 3, Round 2. My opponent is once again BabyYoda, the child of Maw Chromium, one of the largest accounts in the game, and certainly among the best provisioned for Datacrons. I think possibly the highest rerolls in the game. So if you missed the other couple matches, they were good ones. I want to say I won one and lost one, if I had to guess. I remember the loss, at least. So, how's everybody doing? Art Vandalay, thank you for the sub. Resub for 5 months. Appreciate you. Tim, good morning, Task. Good luck in your defensive number 1. Appreciate it. I'm going to need it. Marshmallows are great. Thank you for the follow. Just another fun player to watch. Couldn't resist. Appreciate that, man. Welcome to the channel. I hope it lives up to your expectations. Bushman, hello, Big T. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. I've been called worse. Sheepdog, what's going on, man? Good morning. Good morning. To the patrons and not patrons alike, good morning. A lot of folks active this morning. All right, let's get the music rolling. Get the prediction as well, yeah? Wait. That's, first of all, that's too loud. Copy that in. Where is the playlist, though? That's the playlist. The shuffle. That's the droid we're looking for. All right. All right, the odds for today, yeah? Let's talk about it. Get the Twitch prediction rolling. Gonna go with 2 or less, 3 or more again. We'll see. All right, you all know how it is. Didn't realize that I was top of the list. Congrats, Art. Thank you. For a good part of this season, I've been at rank 1, but if all goes well, this could be the very first time that I finish a season rank 1. And that is the dream, right? Touching the roof is an achievement in itself, and I've done that before. It's cool. Not many people can even say that. But finishing a season at rank 1, that's the real prize. You know? Hey, Big Ninja, good to see you. Trevor Boy, good to see you, man. Attack Titan, good luck, Task. Hopefully I can catch Fleets later. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I assume you're at work, so good luck with that. All right. So here we go. Rank 1 fighting rank 5. All right, my 16.1 million GP to his 16.3. Our top 80 GP, 3.21 million to his 3.22. We both have 417 Zetas, 84 Grand Arena Omicrons. Top 80 average speed is 167 to his 169, so very, very close. Mod analysis. Looks a little grim for me here. Plus 25 speeds, my 295 to his 318. 20 to 24 speeds, my 599 to his 675. Plus 20 speeds, my 894 to his 993. Plus 4% offense mods, I have 287 to his 303. And yeah, plus 6% offense mods, my 102 to his 97. That's right, I have 5 more. The day is already won. Relic analysis, total levels, my 2,543 to his 2,617. All right, it sounds close, and then you look at it in terms of just Relic 9 counts. I have 160, which is a ton, to his 221. Relic 8's my 127 to his 68. Relic 7's, I have 9, he has 12. I'm actually surprised he even has 12. All right, Datacron analysis. So this is where we enter the hilarious tier. My total rerolls, a pretty respectable and healthy 404. That's actually pretty swinging for me. All right, level, excuse me. Level 9 Datacrons, my 65 to his 82, as one does. 6 to 8s, I have 1, he has 1. 3 to 5s, I have 3, he has 0. So yeah, so my 404 rerolls to his 1,374. Completely cool, normal, typical experience. I'd recommend it to anybody. All right, Big Ninja, you have more 10 to 14 speed mods. You should concede to your greatness. That's, you know, I mean, it's over. It's curtains. When I got you on the 10 to 14s, what hope can you have? All right, as far as GLs, wow, he's actually got the 1 speed faster slacker. That's fun. Not that that matters. Really fast, JMK. God, 584. Man. And yeah, Leia and Ahsoka both faster than mine. Neat. All right. Baylan. Yeah, that's a pretty brawny Baylan. All right. Almost 380 cat. Why? Why so fast? All right. Fast Malgus as well, 300. Only 377 exile. Okay. Nothing unmanageable. All right, Tim, only mild terror is setting in task, but I'm still with you. I see you voting the unders. I see you, Tim. All right. Let's take a look at the Omega Bot report. So this is his last 2 weeks of history. We can see that his attack timing is kind of spread out, so no way to really know. I want to say he is like pretty much on the opposite side of the planet from me. So, yeah. I don't think we'll ever be able to have him as a guest. All right, as far as speed mods go, we can see the black line. He is solidly above me right up until about 23, and then, you know, I compete a bit, and then it's kind of neck and neck after that. All right, GAC Omicrons, we both have them all, whatever. As far as a squad banner efficiency, there really haven't been any erodiums, so these are legitimate numbers as far as attacks. We can see, though, from the number of black marks in the 40s and on down, he's had quite a few drops this season, suggesting that he's putting a pretty good defense, because he's a very competent player, very dangerous. So I'm sure that he's intending to take on some risk to inflict more pain on defense. All right, so what's he been setting so far? 6 out of 6, of course, Lord Vader. And then, yeah, 5 out of 6 would be Nas, Rey Swolo, Jedi Master Mace, and Aphra. Then Fugitive Omega, Ahsoka with Ezra, Captain Ithano with Nest. All right, Slacker, BKM. Okay, half of the time he had Sith Eternal on defense as the lead to Traya, and then the other half of the time it was just Traya lead. Queen Amidala, Finn. God, that Finn sucked. JMK Cat, Exile Ezra, Ahsoka with Watt. Okay. Yeah. Weissi's done that this season. Interesting. All right, Executor, Malevolence. Just about always. The one time he didn't set a Malevolence, he set a Leviathan, is what it looks like. And then it's kind of an even split between whether he's setting Endurance or Radis. All right, defenses by zone. Lord Vader, Rey Swolo, Aphra, and Slacker are my top guesses. Offense that he's been using this season. So, Great Mothers, Baylan, Jabba, Leia, Malgus, 100% of the time on attack. And, wow, he's really been employing Sidious. I mean, he's been dropping a lot with it, but he's been daring to try. Then Bane. JML, Jedi Cal, JKL. Okay. Saw Crex. Then, holy crap, there's a lot of teams. JMK Queen. It's because of all the drops, though. You see all this? A whole bunch of this is probably just cooldown pulls and stuff. Yeah. One does what one must. I have been here. So just look at all this non-green is the takeaway. Because this man has bled all over the place. All right. Profundity, Leviathan, for sure. And then Empire, Negotiator, Radis, something like that for the last one. All right. Let's see what he's been dropping on so far. So a Queen team, very rare to see that on defense. Seer, Starkiller, Malicos Maul, Rey Swallow Nest, Captain Ithano, Ahsoka with Ezra a few times, Slacker a couple times, very reasonable. Gungans, BKM, yeah, if you're getting caught out, that could be bad. I like that BKM has somehow, sometimes, been good on defense. Not a majority of the time. Jabba, Traya, Aphra, Jedi Master Mace, Fugitive Omega, and Lord Vader. Okay. So yeah, a good number of teams. A lot of likely suspects, though, if you're not prepared. I've dropped on a bunch of these myself. All right, Executrix, Executor, and Malevolence. Okay. He's dropped on one of each of those. And a couple Raddus. All right, let's get back on over to the game. How we doing on the prediction? Striker, back the overs, but let's go, buddy. All right, man. I see you. Annihilate says, I have an 11.7 million GP account and tied on GAC against a 14.7 million. Really sad. Why CG gives victory to the more GP account on a tie makes no sense to me. I mean, it makes perfect sense from a certain point of view. Yeah, I don't think you'll have to think too hard to determine what that is. But all right. Yeah, no, fighting people that are much larger than you, that's a feather in your cap, man. That means you're punching well above your weight. And yeah, you either, you'll find your ceiling. There's going to be only so far you can get where you're so much more limited on resources where, okay, fine, you need to unlock that next team, and then you're competing with those same people again and climbing even higher. So keep on going. Darth Leia, resubscribe for 3 months. Appreciate it, Darth. All right. Where are we at with that prediction? Okay, 15 seconds remaining. Letting that run out naturally, guys. Go ahead. There's no chat on screen. Yeah. Hey, thanks for letting me know. It's true. Good call. All right, where are we at with that prediction? So, nicely split, I think. 47% of points wagered went 2 or less. 53% went 3 or more. All right. So the overs think it's. Think you're gonna see me bleed. That's fair. All right, let's have a look at the board. So I've been just containing myself all this time because after the last couple opponents, like damn near 1,800 plus something, So yes, he has cleared me, but for 1741, which means the taxman visited. Let's get the Prime Bot log up and read this off to you guys. All right, bottom front here against Ray, Swolo, Cal, Xeris, and GK with the Xeris Kron staple team on defense all this season. He scored a 59, actually. I'm thinking this is Jabba because he pretty much did the very same thing to me last week. All right, Traya, Savage, Nihilus, Talon, and Scion. He took out for 64 banners against Ahsoka, Ezra, General Syndulla, Huyang, and Padawan Sabine with the Heracron. Because would you believe it, his Night Sisters are fast enough for that job. It was a 65. He crushed it. And then Aphra, BT1, 000, Smee, and Quiggled with the Africron. You got a 64. So just crush this front wall. Somebody like BabyYoda has all the options, right? So usually trying to force somebody who has raw power, because it's not that he's just a high level account. We're only a couple 100,000 GP between us, and we're both over 16 million. Neither of us are small accounts, but his datacrons are so well optimized. This is a guy that is going to have multiple 400% defense crons from set 22. Like when I say multiple, I don't mean technically. I don't mean like 2. I mean like 9. Something like that. So trying to trip him up just with strong teams up front is not typically successful. You want to offer interesting choices for him. So I had to really study his history, and I thought that I was likely to pull a couple teams, because I might employ some of this strategy for the final round, so I don't want to say everything, but I'm kind of giving you the long and short of it. This was about making him use the teams that I was hoping he would use here, so that when he comes to the back, last week against my Jabba team, he used Saw for really, really good banners. I want to say like 64, 65. And that was with the high defense set 22 cron, with the health restoration whenever a Darksider's starting with 3 or less buffs, something like that. Really good at defending against Night Sisters, but apparently was an easy dunk otherwise. Saw specifically suffers against this Dadbod cron. So yes, I don't have this now for Dadbod on offense. It's true. It's true. That was a risk I took. And I was really trying to jam him up there. So for all of that, 65 banners he got. Yeah. Malgus. Where did he go from there? 65. And then against Seer. This was his, like, siege fight. So it was Seer, Malicos, Starkiller, Maul, and crew. Darkside set 22 cron, stacking offense. Had some good stats on it for that team. And yeah, I think he took out Maul fairly early. I think it was Starkiller. Starkiller or Maul first. One, then the other. Then it was like Seer, Malicos, and crew for another few attempts. And finally got it down, apparently on the 7th one. So I thought he might have even been jammed up there. But, you know, credit to BabyYoda. He got it done. Because if you've ever looked at my Seer Malicos team, I put a lot of love into them. So if you get caught out, bad times. All right, up top, Slacker Dre. Nothing crazy there. What did he score? No way. Oh, he got a 59 on Slacker. Nice. So, what does that imply? So, what did he get on Lord Vader? He got a 64. So, my guess is he went with JMK with a high defense set 22, and then went with JML and the Hodocron against my Lord Vader to get the 64. Against Jedi Master Mace. I guess I didn't record that, which means it was probably something like a 65. That's my guess. And then against Fugitive Omega. Yeah, we actually got a hold with this one against him last time as well. So I'm grateful for the repeat performance. He withdrew on the first attempt and then cleaned it up for 45. So very smooth on that next go. Okay. Catch up with the chat. Volta, that's a Heratran. I'm 9 million and only been fighting 13 million GP opponents, winning slightly more than losing. Nice, man. You're getting it done. You're doing it. Good afternoon. Hey, Kim, what's going on? Good afternoon, Tass. Hope all goes well for you. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's going to be a good one. Papi Chulo, hey, what's going on? How's your match going, Tass? You're here just at the start, so we're gonna get going in just a few minutes. All right, top side for BabyYoda. He's set Ray, Swolo, Xeris, RJT, and GK. Interesting. Followed by, what was that? Hey, Mesa Sith Lord is Mesa Sith Lord. Well, appreciate the follow, regardless of how that's pronounced. Welcome. All right. I was petting my cat earlier, and I have, like, pet dander somehow floating up into my face. All right. Slacker, Dre, Hux, Red, and Faust with the Dracron. Yeah, no surprises there. Ithano, Smee, Hondo. Okay. Interesting. Quiggled, and then Kicks. All right. Aphra, BT1, 000, Canderous, and B2. Okay. Bottom front. Lord Vader, Oppo, CX2, DCT, and Scorch. With the Oppo crumb. How much armor penetration is this? Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. I'm still going to do BKM. I don't care. I'm going to do it. You can't stop me. All right. Ahsoka Tano, Exile Ezra, General Syndulla Huyang, and Padawan Sabine with the Heracron. Yep. Jedi Master Mace, Jocasta Nu, Depa, Ayla, Temple Guard with Aelacron. What's he got? Okay. Casual 406% defense. Long text Jedi Vanguard level 6. So crucially, attackers can ignore taunt. There's other bad things, I guess. Yeah, the revival for healers and supports. Good. Okay, and then Sith Eternal, Traya, Nihilus, Talon, and Savage. Now, this is very interesting to me because this was in the back that he set against me. And I have the feeling that this is intended to draw Bane. I think he would be willing to settle for me using Baylan. But what I think I'm going to still try and go for is Sith Eternal. And I'm going to double check, but I think that with high defense set 22 and Watt, we should be pretty safe. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, I can take in GBA and armor and make a whole thing out of it. If because we have room from drops, I can afford to bleed banners on individual fights. Not too many, not too often, but for something like this, yeah. Oh wow, so few. Up. Talk to me. First of all, what was your setup? Gross. Oh my god. Yeah, I think it is going to be Sith Eternal, but we're still going to check. D-Watt 50%, that's not good. 100% for 61. I mean, we can make that work, surely. Is it just extraordinarily rarely seen? If I change this to 7, you tell me. See what? Yeah, what? So what? Why the spotty win rate? Okay, you went in with a respectable amount of defense, and then you got your 65. You went in with just giga health, and then with the health level 3 besides. You did not have giga health. So that was not sufficient. This is also... this is our very opponent. Same Kron, enemy Kron. So this guy went in like so and got it. You know? So I think we can still pull this off. Yeah, this Kron was no slouch either. 10% stacking offense, I think, is probably more dangerous than bonus turn to Sith Eternal, if I had to guess. I have no data for that conclusion. All right, let's see here. Change it. Can I change my vote to 3 or more? This is Big Ninja. Yeah. No, you can't. Oh, hey, JJ's dead. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry about how that round went, man. But yeah, that's tough. You went with Darth Vader, Lord Vader, Aphra, Scorch, Mara, Jaden got a hold. Oh man, the Darth Vader Kron with Lord Vader on the team does sound kind of busted. That does sound kind of busted. Because you can't kill... I'd have to read it to be sure, because I thought it... I don't know that thing where Darth Vader can't be defeated until his allies are defeated. I think that's only for like Imperial Trooper allies or just a restricted class of Empire allies. I don't know if Lord Vader triggers it. If it does, wow, that sounds kind of busted. Yeah, don't drop any unnecessary battles and no science. Yeah, I know, man. I mean, the urge is always within. You know how it is. To that end, if I want to show the maximum amount of respect to this fight, it would be bringing GBA and armor, would it not? At which point I would fear no death. But wasn't there compelling data to say that if you... Why did that drop? well. It was Relic 8 fighting Relic 9, and something went wrong. 61 banners. I think that's very attractive. You went with super high defense, my man. And then you lose both your sides, which is expected. This is against a very robust attacking Kron as well. So that's possibly the most banner efficient way of doing it. We'd be looking at what, like a 59 if I went in with both? I don't know why I'm fretting this so much. It's because of the stakes. All right, armor. Probably. I'm not going to use her otherwise. All right. Vex fought that Darth Vader team. It's with the percent damage on level 3. Rex BKM at least. Oh, good to know, Rusty Garden Chair. Thanks for sharing. Can you try to get a move on? I'd like to get a consult on my run when you're done, says Striker. Yeah, man, I am ready. Steve-O, hey, Tass, best of luck. Hope you get the W. Ending the season at #1. Man, me too, man. The dream is live. Why not take a tank with? Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, you know now GBA is our man for that. I also made GBA Relic 9 recently just to hold up that much more at the top end. Trust me, it's a very ultra-luxury decision. I did it because it made sense at this point. How bad is this? You will take no chances. Asher, good morning to you, sir. Good morning to you, Asher. What's going on? Okay, I kind of am all right with this. So what, I have to link you? Yeah, that's the way it is. And then we're draining your protection, yeah? Because you're going to start killing people. And then you lose... That's not good. I think we just got Giga drained. The armor might not be able to do much for me. We will have to see. Give this out to you, I think. Yep, that's bad. Armor's kind of wasted now. We'll see what happens. Yup, looking grim. Gotta be able to cleanse her. Need Watt to get around and not be dead. How we doing on that drain? Yeah, that better. Yes, good. God, stop it. Not the right time, I think. Yes, no, maybe? I think we'll just chill for a moment. Come on. I need this. I need this, buddy. Cleanse this one so that he can do the one thing that you were here for. Thank you. Your participation has been grand. How about it? Okay, so now you've started to chop yourself apart. Chill. If you're not death. All right, so he's already drained. What does this mean for us? It means we can start linking and deleting people. You're just gonna do that now and people are gonna get destroyed. Yeah, you guys are gonna get that one. I can feel it. All right. Piss on that, man. 255. I am a little worried about time, actually. Still not able to relink as intended. Good, good. Probably the transform is in order in the near future. Maybe. Fact is, we get to do stuff and he doesn't get to do stuff. Alright, there's the one I'm looking for. This is easily the next most painful thing. We'll get rid of you. Alright, and now it's a slap fight between two old men, but I'm a stronger old man. He said confidently moments before his destruction. Okay, so far so good. A while away from the relink, I think. Not good. Not the best. So now we wait. Shock over there. Don't go into stealth. Good. Almost to the relink. Come on. That's almost good. All right. I think we're not in the worst shape. Just got to keep the locks going if we can. There. That's the one we want. Auto. Minute 20 on the clock. Whoop his ass. Woo! Didn't just the C Watt work better because once Watt dies and the other C can't link again and gain ultimate? Normally, yes. But the issue is that with this Talon and all the crit damage that he has and the setup that he's going to have on his Talon, I have underestimated and died doing this matchup before. And I'm happy to take this 57, you know? The plan can bear a couple of that. All right. C. Watt. GBA. That GBA held on for a good long time. I think you'd agree. GBA and armor. Okay. All right, that was potentially the scariest fight. Where's my notepad file? Yeah, that was what the plan. Oh, how about the rest? All right, you mean we know what the script is here, right? BKM. Super high defense, the best I can offer. Into the face of Oppo. Because we want to keep Bane for the back. This is the risk. Cass, what can take out a solo Leia? I don't know, Mom Mothma. Depends on what you got, man. Cass, did you by chance see that Darth Vader team, that Vexitron verse? No, I had not, Asher. Only 4 Zetas for BabyYoda? Do you really need only 4 Zetas? I don't know. I didn't notice. I wouldn't see a reason to really hold back on the Zetas at this level. He has them. But no, I'm sure you had to be... I'm sure you must have been mistaken because we have the same number of Zetas placed, and I have those Zetas. So, yeah. All right. But yes, Steve-O, doing C Watt against that full C comp is generally the way to do it. It's just you have to have the confidence that you're not going to get beat down. And I don't know if you noticed, but later on in that fight there, I was grateful to have both techs. I was really thinking about going with just Watt and GBA. We were able to get that cleanse from Watt onto armor, and she was able to get the armor out. So, yeah. It says that ads are going to start in a minute. I don't want to cut you guys off, so I guess I'll take the opportunity to take a quick break, check on my daughter, because I hear her doing something. I better check on her. Divo says, Maul Mandos can take out a solo Leia. Yeah, I believe that. That makes sense. True damage is still true damage. That's a good one. All right, I'll be right back, guys, while this ad set runs, and we'll dig into this one, because, yeah. We'll see you in a minute. Alright, we're back. Ads are done. Well timed. Alright, here we go. See if we can remember what Fatal taught us in plotting and scheming. This arm's not great. Need the rollout. So it must be wrapping, boys. Hi. How are you? Good, good. Now we've limited Lord Vader's gains. We don't have damage immunity, so shields up. No value really to triggering the stagger. We already have blind. No. So that's good. Just stay on target. The blind misses. Woo-hoo-hoo, lad. That's a good one. I think probably cleansing you. No, there's about to be a Wonder of the Force. I feel it. So don't need to waste that basic. Then try and get a call. Wonder of the Force on the bot. This is going to end up pushing him ahead of her. So we'll have to be patient. Roll out. That daze down. Still not a lot to dispel. We'll roll with it. Okay. Now we have the ability block. It's the time of suffering. No. Patience. He's getting serious now. We're almost back around. Oppo is getting close to doing other specials and shit, so not really what I'm looking for. Come on now. Time for the heal, or do we go for the Brapides? My heart and soul says Braps. Okay. You should be pretty much on time, yeah? Let's find out together. I was wrong. I was terribly wrong. I was right last episode and wrong today. Okay. Best way to do this would be... Think about this. Well, ability block on you is probably dope. I stop and think about it. Now, focus on him. And the rest of this is going to be kind of crap. However, we do have 20 stacks of birds, and that was completely intentional, and I knew that was going to happen, because I'm that guy. I knew that. So, obviously. 61, nice, so that's 2 for 2 on this. High defense, Kron. Pretty damn good. Okay. Yeah, these guys are the ones that can ignore my defense. However, we should be able to just blow them right up, right? With Saw. Yeah. Hopefully this one. All right, love the chill music, Clore. Glad you do. Because of you guys' support, the YouTube channel grew big enough to become a YouTube partner channel, and that means I got access to the YouTube partner music selection, which, you know, the artists who make the music get paid by YouTube, but it's free for me to use, and it's nice to have good music. So I looked through it and picked out this track list. Glad you appreciate it. Benjamin, what's going on? Yeah, that fight is a bit of a butt clencher, yeah. But, you know, we didn't really get super close to losing someone, did we? So that is not something you can typically say. Not against Lord Vader clones. Really like that. All right. So kind of all in on Jocasta, yeah? You all take many damage now. Kill her. Kill her now. Oh, right. You got kidnapped. And I knew that, by the way. Competent player that I am. Stun? Yes, you don't need to be taking turns. Be neat if you just died. Some may call it elder abuse, but really just justice from a certain point of view. Mm-hmm. Sure. You get one revive. This was a full Jedi Vanguard team. That tracks. Deep breath. You guys all take turns now so that you can heal, right? Ooh, that's not good. Okay, that's good. How are we looking? This looks like a 65. Oh, and see, Kyle even got to do something there at the tail end. What a forgiving fight. Alright. Rebels ride once more. Whoop-on, Tess, says Cabion. Thank you. I guess, thank you. Striker, do you think Crex is necessary here? For the AoE days, no. Maybe? I'll be honest, I like the extra stun. Like, controlling Jocasta Nu, stopping her from even getting to use that first special, the first time. Nice. I kind of like it. Like you saw later in the fight that I was able to stun Depa as well, and having her not be able to do her AoE was nice. I want to say yes. I've seen people be successful using Chirrut. I think at least one round this season, I did that, intending to use Crex with Phoenix if I needed to, because I saved the Heracron as well. But I didn't end up needing that. And so if you're gonna make that trade, I think Chirrut does just fine. There you are. All right. Good go for Ezra. You can make the attempt. You're going to be really fast, though. Oh, no, yeah. All right. Let's see what we have to do here. Yeah, it's not the best. Still not the best, yeah. So, see that we're still actually ahead of Ezra. The dream exists to pump turn meter. But if we end up getting focused, like, that could be all she wrote. So if I think the right move is to accept that Ezra's gonna do stuff and put everybody else protected. I guess Leia's still out there, but yeah. See, if they want to prefer to go after her because she's weaker, fine. Are they shielded yet? Technically, yes. Now, you haven't done the thing, right? You haven't. What's that? That isn't perfect defense, right? Okay. Go for it. The greed is real. The greed is alive. General Syndulla, probably the next priority. We can stun you. It would be great to have you not doing stuff for a bit while we take care of your friend. Okay. Burn. Burn the enemy. Fine. Shields up. Try and keep her controlled. Basic. Nice. After Hui Hang then. Make with the stun. Nice. Can't beat that. We're getting close. The ultimate. I want to say it's wise to save. Try and put some more damage down on her. Position's not likely to improve from here. I guess I can do this and then follow. No reason for that, I think. Later. Up, no counter. Right. Sure. Okay. Fine. Do it. Okay, you counter. Kill it. Ah. Pass over. Rapid app. Got it. Alright. So 65, 65, 61, 57. Story of the front wall. In the back, we see Queen. Really? Yeah, that explains it. I mean, so he that's the trade with doing the 59 with Jabba, right? Okay. Yes, GI. Yes. Yeah, 9th. 9th, huh? How do we want to do this one? Baylan can only be used in one spot, that's for sure. We have Janelle. These are the sisters. Wait a minute. What? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Up. The world still makes sense. Think about a different. Oh no. So what do I have that I'm not thinking about? First of all, yes, Baylan is obviously one of these. I feel like it should be Bane for Queen. Great Mothers. Riva? So, if I was originally going to do Riva against Ithano, because that's been good so far, would Great Mothers work there? I wonder. I could check other counters for Ithano. There won't be anything to really reflect on kicks, but I don't know. Riva. I do have a Finzore that I could apply something. I do have General Grievous. What does this give? Accuracy? Yeah, so the stacking stuff. 200% max health, they're immune to it. That is a real big issue. Where does Baylan go? All this. Can't deny turn meter there. JMK and I want to say my own queen are a foregone conclusion. Yeah, so it's going to be like Gungans for Aphra. One of these teams could be a siege. We would be okay. Don't want to do anything else. It's tough thinking about where to put Baylan right now. Immunity to instant. Really awful. Alright, this is my very first time fighting Queen on defense all season, so I guess I'd be well served in looking it up. What was it again? Grandmaster. Yep. That's the input. Yeah, so I do think it should be Bane there. So that's a completed solve. All right, the Great Mothers then. So I still feel like that's mostly going to be done by Reva. What was his situation? Oh, the new Night Trooper's crown. What did he do with that? Accuracy up. TMR. Do you think Malgus boo-boos this? Face the Ithano team kicks Reva. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, Reva's easy way to take it out. Rose Tico solo off the table, says Cavian. Probably, yes. I wonder if this would be vulnerable to Malgus. What would you guys think about that? There's no Marin. We could go directly after... What's her name? I still keep my Malik faster than DR, faster than Malgus. Oh shit, I did put them on defense. Damn, that's right. What was it that I... Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what I traded off. Alright, then yes, it's good, just as well that we're looking at Great Mother's counters. Division 1, minimum relic of 8, and say that yes, they have a Omicron, and let's say that they have, sorry, a Datacron and all the others. So, Baylan for 58. How not interesting. EKM. Baylan for 63. Talk to me. Just one scene. Why? Giga armor penetration against inferior Datacron. We did say, yeah, all right, that was enough specification. So it works, just varying degrees of shit. Also, none of these are Zalbarkron. I think we'll make that work. That's 200% health and immunity to ability block. We're not trying to inflict ability block with Baylan and friends. Interesting that they get that accuracy up when they get evaded, because Baylan's team has natural evasion, and so that could be bad. So yeah, like trying to Baylan into Reva is not going to work. Okay, so there's merit to this. I think we might pursue this. That means that Reva is freed up again. So where is Great Mother's applied? First of all, let's just look up the full Inquisitor's team. And try to infer. I don't know, we'll say that it has a datacron. Say yes. Okay. Pop. Alright. Have a talk about it. Gas cracks for 65. That might even work still. Yeah. Malgus, of course, yes. Probably harder to pull off. Dabod Fennec had a chance. That's good to know. Baylan for 53. Good God. How many of these were attempted? Aha! See? That's not good. So yes, yeah. All right. Probably leave that one alone. Okay. So who else remains unassigned right now in my mind is JML. JML, right? JML's not what I think I'm looking for Reva. I think I need to stew on it a little bit more, but we'll get into the next fight. Hey, TD11, paying homage to the GOAT. Appreciate you, man. We're working on it. We're working for it. That's for damn sure. All right, this is preordained, so let's just get it done. What are we trying to figure out here? The rest of the attack plan, my man. DI, she won't give fear. Save that for later. Not good. I appreciate you less for that. I trade back to you. Shame, we're so close to the full ultimate, but I can't afford to be greedy. She reveals herself. What? Okay. Please stop doing all the things. You there. Kill it? Yeah. Where you're coming from? Yeah. There. Excessive. That. Okay. best. We could prod up. That'd be cool. We don't have third yet, right? Yeah, we're a ways away yet from that. Yep, I guess you get to chill, swipe. Yeah, take big damage. Heal up. Yep. Call her so she can lifesteal. Not much, apparently. Getting rough out here. I still think just the pot. Swap out. I think we just take the shortle, run. No, we don't. Reset you. Yeah, 64 is the right move. Okay, tough to be mad about that. Let's get that one in. It's ability blocking with 50% offense. Interesting. All right, well, I was wondering if I might try something else, but JML could technically work here. Where is JML to be used otherwise? I mean, we could cook out Hondo, mark Ithano, blow him out, and then just proceed with the rest of the fight. So JML works there. That means Great Mothers is freed up for what glorious purpose? Not an answer to Queen then. I think it's because you probably just get annihilated by debuffs. So, Gungans here then? Stick to that. There you are. Okay. You guys have seen this one. Nothing too crazy here. I don't feel bad about starting this in the ad set. Nothing revolutionary, my friends. You want to use the stun cron if you've got. I mean, if you're taking it, some people do this just fine with double damage. My point is, if you're taking stun cron, B2 down low. This isn't good for me. Things are getting better for me. Kill it. Oh, that's a huge bitch. I'm just doing this for the stun. Irresistible stun. Basic for the finish? No? Probably shouldn't be greedy then. Ash. Yep. Give me a special? Yep. Alright, because I'm killing while I have the shield generator up, they're not able to come back, and the reason she can resummon this is that it's actually technically a new unit. Killing me. Basic, cleanse that, thank you. And lockdown. And you will never do an ability again, I think. Not calling Tarples to get that dispel that I would like. Do this. Raid. There it is. Alright. Oh, I've done that before. That's terrible. How should I do this? All right. Master Bad Checo. Rose Huggies? No, I don't think so. This isn't good for me. Oh, they're all dead. Yeah, Solo. That is the essence. That is the essence of the experience. All right. See if this works as per the usual. So the whirlwinds coming out of her are going to be outrageous. Can't get cute when she does her first ultimate because it's going to be massive. So, yeah, let's see how this all goes. Check out. Target Ben. Okay, good situation. Ow. See that she is having Inspire. It would be nice to go and kill her, but I don't want to hit her with multiple hits. I would rather hit you. Get rid of this Inspire. Force your DI is not a terrible move for me. Moves go. Okay. All still good. Up. Very nice. Get the call here. Can't really beat that, can you? Buff spread. Nice. 10 stacks of queens, whatever. You can be TMR'd, yeah? But I don't want to do that while you're in DI. That's not really to my advantage. Although, I could do it so that GK... Okay, well, yeah, because of the DI, it didn't land. That's fair. Yeah. But you saw what I was going. All right, let's see how we fare. Okay. We'll do the cooldown increase, I guess. Slappies. Get rid of the Inspire. Still chill. Don't really have a stun. Not my favorite situation. Have him set up as best as possible. Yeah, I want all this shit up on our Ben. Yeah, that's so bad. That shit hurts so bad. Who's up turn meter wise? Nobody. Smack him then? Yup, that's the move. How we looking? Yes, do this. Woo! Turn meter doesn't look like I can do this. Well, the AoE's coming one way or the other. I say spread buffs. Okay, okay. All's well that ends well. Kill this one. Oh, God, thank you. Okay, your last turns to do the mass assist here. Yep, looks about right. A 1 and a 2 and a 3. Just for satisfaction's sake. 65. Okay, that lot of offense, you could see it. You could feel it. It was there. And I'm glad we took Queen. Trying to get jammed up on that, I'll tell you what. Did I miss the QA matchup? Yes, Plume. It literally just happened. So yes. And it was good. It was good. BabyYoda set a very high offense cron. He still got through it, nevertheless. Yeah, that's right. I was looking up something on Queen. Something where they're stacking stats, so I don't know. Not queen. That third sister. Yeah. Baylan was not looking great. 10 for 53. Terrible. But we were saying that that was a thing for great mothers, right? Doesn't sound right. Baylan and Marok. All Hondo. Do we draw all their cooldowns out and then just wipe them out with Baylan, or do we actually take the risk of dropping? I wonder. Okay, for you. Do I still have Apocron? I sure do. Welcome to the party, pal. What did I use? Yeah, I used Queen, Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan, Grandmaster Yoda, and Bad Batch Echo. Fight played pretty much as it regularly would. You just felt the offense after that first ultimate. You know, we had an under half health Padawan Obi-Wan, so yeah. If not for all the health ramping and I want to say protection up before that hit, could have been a problem. All right. Yeah, you got to do the cooldown increase, right? Up hell or high water. I think they're going to have evasion or foresight, but I don't think that matters for our purpose. $65. No surprise there. That is like the offensive crutch of the game. Fast to you. 354. 355. Plus 30. So certainly faster than my Baylan friends. I think this is where Riva goes. So if Riva goes there. Oh yeah, that's right. It's Great Mothers. So JML is. Am I crazy or did I already? Yeah, I didn't use JML. Let's think about this, man. Don't drop a fight, man. Don't drop a fight. So why wouldn't Great Mothers stomp Riva? Because of the cleanse. Yeah, I mean, we do the other way the other time, so I get it. Ithano could probably just... Yeah, Baylan's going to get locked down by Hondo, so I really don't care for that. So what if we move this over to here and say that this is JML? JML, Jedi Cal, JKR, Hoda, JKL. Probably a 65 there on Ithano. Should be okay. Great Mothers gets Riva. And then guess cooldown pull into Baylan, I think. That's going to be the plan of record. Let's go up and run this thing against Ithano then. Any drops? Anyone else having problems with insight? Not so far today. All right, top side. Let's go. All right, finest protection cron. Go Kix than Ithano, because Kix can revive. End up smiting Hondo in the end, I think. Let's roll it. So, we do this, knowing that they have the tenacity up. That's kind of interesting. So, okay. Probably want to cleanse that off, if I had to guess. How about it? It should be in on you. This should push more turn meter into JKL. We stun. Okay. Back over. Probably you. I had to guess. Nah, let's do it this way. More offensive yield. Good. Okay. Ithano's our next target. Let's see here. Dispel you, I guess, like so. Basic into stun. Nice. You are exposed. Push you back. Push turn meter, like so. Yeah. Okay. Ithano returns. For reasons unknown to me. Turn meter to JML. That was the biggest value gain for JML. Now we can just push into you. Yeah, that is the way of things. What is it? Swap here. That's the biggest turn meter push. Push. Not so. Like that. That's fine. How we looking? We can just pump turn meter. I don't even need the ultimate right now. Bap. Bad app. Bap. You son of a bitch. $65 it is. Okay. What do we got cooking up here? All right, Malevolence. Yep. Executrix, my old friend. Hello, Darkness. And then Executor. So what? Leviathan, there. Executrix will probably run Profundity. This time, you know. Do we do Profundity or do we do Negotiator? Shit. The last time I did this, it was a bad showing. I don't know, man. Tell you what I don't want to do is lose Profundity into Malevolence, so probably Negotiator for that. If I had to guess. Alright, let's wrap up the squad, see how we're looking. Curiously, I do have one of these for myself. Decent damage on it. The health and protection offers greater mitigation from Spirit. But I really like the AoE from... What's his name? From 8th Brother. What would I otherwise have critical damage on? Formidable Crown. This is also really good one. Use the cooldown for each. So doesn't this level 3 kind of imply that the ability block from... If we open with Torture, then we do the ability block. Like, we basically reset GI? Is that it? What did I use on Ithano? JML. Yeah, don't be too impressed. I overkilled the hell out of it. I have to get to work. Hey, take care, JJ. You hope my RNG's on my side today against Executrix? I appreciate that, man. We will see how that goes. I have the opportunity to avenge myself there. I can try this. But I feel like it's straight up somehow less damage. I don't know. Valuable is 8th Brother to me. Pretty valuable. This fight in particular. Ability block. I think I'm going to put on that other cron. This one. And I think we're going to run it with 8 like usual. Let's see how it goes. Yep. Yep. Reset cooldowns like a billion times? Can't push you back. We could do this to mitigate your damage taken. It's just going to be a basic right now, so I think the right move is to go with the greed. The AoE feels tempting because we'll be getting rid of the foresights, then they come back. You're already ability blocked, so just chuck this again. Keep after. Really cooldown rotations the way. Ooh, yeah. Alright, so that's why you really do want to do that third, and I usually do that. So that's on me. Take out DTP to take out a lot of the stats on the team. Finish you. You have enough stacks to be stunned. Focus. Armor shred. Bop bop. Okay. 62 will do. That was user error. That could have been a 65 if I just used 7's third. But you could see that I used that middle from 7th to just focus down Morgan. Yeah. Alright, cooldown pull here or not? How's this gonna go? So 339 plus 30, right? 30 from the Reva lead? 369? 30 speed, immune to stun. Immune to stun is interesting because Baylan's third attempts to stun, and if it doesn't stun, it nukes turn meter. You could have your stuff pushed back. I think you will. Yeah. You're super fast. What does that? Did somebody use some type of turn meter boost when they did Baylan? Well, you get the turn meter here. You get the Hondo boost. You use Zalbar and L3. Yeah, I mean, probably not the recipe. He's going to passively cleanse, which is crap. I forget what's doing it, though. It's not that. It must be this. Whenever they're dazed or stunned. So it comes out from his leadership. So, that means if we don't cooldown pull, we'll have a problem, yeah? Do you know any good counter against Darth Revan? Gosh, that would really depend on what you have, man. A lot of things can take it out. General Grievous can take it out. What am I missing here fighting this team? Is there any chance of a one-shot being successful? Why was this successful? Man. Say that it was is kind of a barely thing. So what would have been the team to have here? I guess if I had Seer Malicos would be a dunk on this. I guess to a lesser extent, so would Malgus. That's true. What about General Grievous? Doesn't Grievous kind of eat this up? Nobody try no Grievous out here? Am I misremembering that? 200% max health might be a problem. I wonder if I might try General Grievous first. For the sake of science. We can afford a drop at this point. It is the last squad. Also, would be super nice. Only to have no drops. Weird to not be using this, but it's also approaching the last hurrah for General Grievous. So we get the bonus turn, right? We get to pop out. Hey, Boss One, good to see you. Yeah, Phoenix I don't really have because Krex I used earlier, which admittedly wasn't necessary. Fair. Find out how this goes. So, gonna be some shit happening. We'll see if we can't leave it in a desirable state for Baylan. I think that will be the goal. Okay, you do a bunch of shit. Appreciate you for that, dog. You won't be inflicted with the things that I want you to be inflicted with if we do that. So how does this work? Can't apply my shit to you yet. Don't ignore taunt. I guess I call you. Ramp damage. We would AoE here. We would blessedly AoE here. Now one of you does something and that triggers you. Yeah, alright. Alright. Yeah. Can we get a little purchase here? Little purchase? Come on now. I know you don't want to cheat me like that. Come on. Alright. It's not a perfect system. Stack health. Get ready for the next AoE. Wipe all this. Man, we can't get that taunt off her. Shit. Heal up B2. See if we can't keep you for just that much longer. Boy, that is looking rough. How about it? Need it. Need it. Yeah, that's right. Into ability block, all of it. Oh my god, stop. Alright, so I think we can all agree, better state. Probably a better state for Baylan. Took a kill with us. I'll accept that. Alright, let's pen that in. The Baylan will be the cleanup. Feels better than just doing a cooldown pull. Use Magna 1+. Okay. Can we fare better now with Baylan and friends? Let's see. Hey Graph, what's going on, man? Love the ability block off rip. I appreciate the timing of that. But it's just the best. The absolute best. Alright, this is a perma-killing team, so eventually when we'll be permitted to use specials, we should start having more fun. Kidnap you? Reasons? No reason why you take turns. We could make the big play for you. Come on. Come on. I think that's it. Boink. Okay, how you looking over there, Hondo? You looking like you might be hitting me soon. Huh. Yeah. Good. Oh, shit, that dispels. Bad news. You're fixing to pop. Reva's about there. I think you're over the line. I think you need to be over 10 stacks. Your captive's falling off, so probably best to focus her now, see if we can't kill her before she does any type of special. The cleanse would be sick. I think we go for it. Wrap. Yep, you don't get to come back. Yep. Alright. We were allowed to do that. Grand total of 41. Okay. How's that look? Comparatively. Well, shit, I don't know. But we definitely had less drops. The unders have it today for voting for me, so let's get that done. We're less. Okay, so potentially looking all right. Let's just face our nemesis here straight up, yeah? I don't like that. Yeah. All right, ads are running. Okay, we'll just chill. Depressed Wampa redeemed a roster review. Let's have that that link. Let's have that. Let's have that. Look at that GG, buddy. Yeah, I'm doing all right, Graph. Looking to be in a strong position. Here's hoping it all ends well. This could be grim at the finish line. Wouldn't be the first time. You want to watch Fleets for the first time? We can do it after the main fight's over, if that's what you want. Don't let me forget, though. That's going to be a few minutes away. It's got to be Alps that you go after first. I really want to do that. What were people doing against me? What's the Malevolence comp? We'll make good use of the time. %, 1%, 1%. Okay. So that's one way. Now, oops. $78, $85, $86, 90% with that, 63 with. I still think this is our best move. All right, ads are done. We're back. So we're gonna go after Palpatine. Here's hoping. Almost something. Okay, dispel with that. Almost there. Stay on target. Alright. Get the next ship. Don't mess around. Don't go after the tank. Love the triple ability block, by the way. Wouldn't change a thing. Okay. Yeah. Just get the most, if you don't mind. Take the momentum play. You. Big hit, maybe. Finish the job. Nice. All before the first reinforcement. Not bad. Scythe is less favorable than some other outcomes, for sure. That's not good. Fear means you're going to lose buffs, right? You could dispel this shit off you, and you're not going to call. Now we call in Cassian and get rid of all of their buffs. That's nice. Smart to have Cassian. Sure. Do this. It's cleansed. Go after Scythe, I imagine. Is the move. The move, he said. Not calling any assists. The move, he said. I did say. Oop. Stop impeding my progress, you son of a bitch. Give me that speed up. Give me the juice. Juice. Come on. Definitely take that. Get out of here. Absolutely get out of here. Get off my plane. Basic, get the call. Now you get the call. Okay, that's fine. AoE, get rid of all this crap. Go, 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 go. Basic. These are summons. We time. They go. We live. Okay, so the trick was doing the fight properly. Let that be a lesson to me. I should have just gone off after Palps that last time. Lost a match because of it. 74 there. Alright, as far as that Mal fight went, Axe banners, yeah, I was thinking something more like that. 75 here with this, the traditional. So I think that's exactly what we'll do, which leaves us with you, friend. All right, here we go. Got that third ship in there. Kind of a pain in the... But he's only going to get 2, so it doesn't hurt me. All right. Do it, says Turd Ferguson. Yeah, we're going for it, man. Don't worry about that. Okay, now everybody do all of your everythings to me, please. Don't hit him. Okay, it's not great. Not really good. Okay, again, not great. Having locked buffs already. 54, as outcomes go. Basic. Do we do this for you now? You weren't burning, so I don't think that was your bonus life, right? If we do this, we're usually able to produce a kill off that. Not from this, but just after. Nice. Love it. Nice. Love that you guys go for that. Done here. I guess... Basic you, so as not to waste. Don't be greedy. Make sure the ship dies. In the worst case, if I have to clean this up for any reason, I'll be grateful for any ships dead. Yeah, this is going to be a hard fucking fight because, oh my god. All of the RNG going as well. Oh my god, this is bad. Because we lost the ship, we also lost out on some debuffs, which means... not in the best position right now. Okay, you're going to do a heal here, so it's okay to do this. Bring you out, kill this. This deal is getting worse all the time. Okay. Almost to the kidnap. Stay on target. Almost there. Nice! The bombs took care of the job. Now you come out, die for free immediately. Wouldn't change a thing. Yes, RNG is a fickle minx. Third Ferguson, you are right about that. A heal? Probably. For you. Nice. Here's the bombs. Have it. 72? Alright. I'll have it. Here we go. Could just be these. Yeah. Rocky Start just had to wait it out. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've had many such fights, but that is the way of it, man. For sure. I feel like baiting you into stunning Anakin. I don't see why that helps me. That's basic. Okay, I don't know why you chose to do that, but I'm down with it. Target spy, go for the boom. Yep, that's about it. That's about all. Finish it. Fair, fair. I think this means we get Plo out for more banners. Nope, because I can't ignore this, and that's going to kill him. All right, well, 74 is a 74. We'll have it. And we come out at an 18-15. Guys, we did it. We won again. First of all, GG to BabyYoda. Always a good match. I spent a lot of time thinking about how to lay out that board. It's always a super high effort fight against a player of his size and caliber. All right, guys. Wow. The emotions, they're washing over me. I can actually look at the chat now. Does that confirm me as number one? I don't know. I think it puts me in a super, super good position to have it, right? Because if we go back to the leaderboard, I was fighting rank 5. You know that I fought Arsenal rank 1, so the closest one to really threaten me is Herbert. So if I win and he wins, I don't know. I think I might still be okay. Still think I might be okay, right? I think if he loses, then I think we're in. But yeah, nice, guys. Yes, Johnny, you needed one banner on that last fight if my math was right. For what? For what? To do what? Because yeah, we won by a pretty comfortable margin this time. We lost last time we fought, so nothing's ever guaranteed. All right, I did talk about how Baby cleared my entire defense at the start of the stream, so if you missed that, that's all good. Now, Depressed Wampa, I know we got to do a roster review. Let me finish up the attack summary. Drop your GG in the chat, and we'll take a look at that. Let me know if you have targeted questions to that you want me to look at for your roster. Otherwise, I'll try and give you something generically helpful. All right, as far as attacks go, bottom front, against Lord Vader clones, we once again were successful with Bo-Katan Kryze, and this time it was against an Apokron. It was a definitely tougher fight for Bo-Katan with super high armor penetration there. 61 banners, nevertheless. Against Ahsoka, Ezra, General Syndulla, Huyang, and Padawan Sabine. Again, Leia, Drogon, R2, Jin, and Radis. 65 banners. Against Jedi Master Mace, Jocasta Nu, Depa Billaba, Ayla, and Temple Guard with Saw, Luthen, Kyle, Krex, and Baze for 65. Against C, Traya, Nihilus, Talon, and Savage, we went C, Watt, GVA, and Armorer for 57 banners. Rough banners, but we could afford it because we had some good defensive holes there, so nice. All right, in the back. Against Reva, Grand Inquisitor, 5th Brother, 9th, and 7th, with the new 9th Sister Cron, I was hesitant to do Baylan. Baylan, with a small sample size on GG, looked like it could win or it could lose. And I know from experience that forcing Deathmark, forcing the enemy team, forcing the Baylan team to Deathmark themselves, is the way that you usually get through that fight. So I didn't want to do Baylan first. And so I went in with General Grievous. We took out 7th Sister and nobody else. It was a horror show in that respect. But then we went in with Baylan, cleaned it up for 40, total of 41. Against Great Mothers with Night Trooper, DTP, Morgan, and Spirit with the new set 23 Night Trooper Cron. Long text level 6, Night Trooper level 9, accuracy up level 3. We went in with full Reva with a set 22 Cron having the stacking offense level 3 for Dark Side, some crit damage, some offense, and a bit of defense besides. 62 banners because I was a dum-dum and didn't use 7 Sisters 3rd on Reva, protecting her from just one basic from Spirit, which was absolutely enough to see her gone. Otherwise, nice fight, 62. Against Queen, Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan, Grandmaster, and Bad Batch Echo, we did preserve Bane Sass. I think he was wanting me to use Bane up front again on C, but I did not take the bait. So Bane was available for a 65. All right, top side. Against Rey, Swolo, Zaris, RJT, and GK, we went in with Queen, Master Qui-Gon, Padawan Obi-Wan, Bad Batch Echo, and Grandmaster Yoda for 65. Of course, using the Krennic support Cron. Against Slacker, Dre, Hux, Red, and Faust, we used JMK, Cat, Fives, Snips, and Padme for 64. Against Ithano, SM33, Hondo, Quiggled, and Kix with the new Kix Cron. JML, Jedi Cal, JKR, Hoda, and JKL for 65 banners. And then Aphra, BT1, 000, Canderous, and B2. Once again, we had full Gungans for 65. So aside from that more or less planned 2-shot on Reva, smooth on ground. Here in fleets, against this Malevolence with the triple Geos starting, we went in with Negotiator and had that outcome where you kill him so quickly you don't even get to bring out Plume to top everybody off. So 74 banners. Against Executrix, we used Profundity, and instead of being a complete dodo like last time where we focused down the tank, thinking that blowing up the tank and avoiding the fire and trying to do that early was the way to go, there's too much mitigation covering the tank. You're much better off just focusing down Palpatine, then Gauntlet, which is exactly what we did. Fight went pretty smoothly, 74 banners. Against Executor Triple Attacker, nothing surprising, went in with Leviathan. And yeah, we actually did have an unfavorable start. The locked debuffs were on us pretty much immediately. We lost Fury in short order. Not great, but otherwise stabilized in the end for 72. And that's how it was done. All right, let's take a look. Depressed Wampa redeemed the roster review. So let's take a sweet sassy molasses. All right, so you're saying you're working on bringing your raid score up, building Traya and Slacker in the background, looking for advice on holes I need to plug in your opinion. It depends on what content you prioritize. Obviously, for raid, if you're trying to push raid, you need to get those teams. That's all known and out there for how to build up those teams. Then you want to take them to as high a relics as the rest of your guild is. You know, if everybody else is like Relic 7, Relic 8, go ahead. Be Relic 7, Relic 8. At the point that you feel like you want to start doing Relic 9 teams, hopefully your guild is either looking to do the same or you're looking to get into a guild that's got the same kind of ethic as you. Don't be the guy carrying the guild. That being said, GAC is what keeps you playing. Okay, so what's that command, guys? Isn't there some tool to run for? What's the thing for doing GAC Omicrons? Because we could get his prioritized list for that and review it. Does anybody remember what that is? Is that a hot utils thing? I don't use that often. Omicrons? Omicron next gives, let's see, ally code, drop this ally code in, and then with this report that I get, I'll pull it up on screen and we can look at it. Okay, I'll drag this over for us to look at together. So it says next Omicron recommendations for you. Yeah, if you're working on Traya, Traya is critical. Harbored Aggression is the leadership for Third Sister. That is really strong. CX2, I guess that depends on the state of your Lord Vader. Didn't you say that you were working on? Yeah, so your Lord Vader team doesn't exist yet. So this is giving you a recommendation. Third. Okay, you have a relic one. So yeah, it's not crazy to think about that only for her. Let's look from the top down. How is your... What's his name? How is your... Malicos? Yeah, okay, so it wants you to do Seer, but not Malicos, because you don't have it. I don't know about that. Yeah, Riva, her leadership is essential. This third is pretty nice, because if you have it set up for her to be, like, last in the turn order of the Inquisitors, then using that third will decrease the cooldowns of all Inquisitorious allies by 1. So if she's last one in the sequence, you get the most value for the whole team. Really like that one. How you doing with your Gungans? It says Boss of Otagunga. Okay. Yeah, you got a full Gungan team. So, yes, I like the Jar Jar one. Sorry, the Boss Nass one. Oh, that's for TW, though. Never mind, I forgot. The rest of these. Okay, so a lot of these ones, like the Night Trooper and stuff, kind of middling. The Morgan Elsbeth is maybe interesting, depending on how strong your Night Sisters are. So let's take a look at that. Okay, you have a real Night Sister team, for sure. It depends. Let's see how you've got them set at speed. So, you have some pretty fast sisters, to be honest. First of all, it depends on what you're using this for, but if you're of the mind to use Great Mothers to fight Ahsoka with Ezra, it is preferred to have Great Mothers faster than Morgan. They're pretty close in speed, so I don't think that should be too tough for you. Would definitely encourage that. The Night Trooper Omicron is nice, but I think it's less essential to that counter against Ahsoka Ezra than the Morgan Omicron. So I would get that one before Night Trooper. Aside from that, it looks like you're pretty close to just bringing up another team, because there really aren't any other super strong Omicron candidates for characters that you already have unlocked and at a usable level of strength. So let's just keep looking. Yeah, the Riva put some more love into. I did make a mod guide series on the Inquisitors some time ago. It's still good. It's still good. You should go check it out. But if you got questions, let me know after you take a look at it, because I can see you're getting your Inquisitors up there. So let's see. You said you're working on Traya and Slacker. Okay. Great ambitions for Grand Arena, both of them. Obviously, you're fully well aware of how good Slacker Dre is. I'm sure you're a ways off from Dre. But yeah, Slacker you won't be disappointed with in general. Okay, so yeah, you're working on some of your dark side clones. Okay, so after you do Traya and Slacker, probably Lord Vader in the near future thereafter. I would say that aside from the few Omicrons we've mentioned, see Traya, yeah, this is a character that's worth coming up to Relics and getting into service. Traya, Savage, that is a really powerful pair. Where are you at with Savage? So you've already got this Omicron applied. That should be a pretty high priority for you. Getting Traya into relics, getting her Omicron applied. Traya and Savage are a super powerful team. Offensively, defensively, almost no wrong way to go there, man. All right, as far as other things go, I guess we can have a quick look at mods. Sort by speed. And you got some killers here, 28s and such. Okay, we're seeing a lot of good speed. Got a really robust speed. I think you're at the point where you should be, calibrating things like these 21 4-speed rolls. Trying to get that. Any of these where it's like 20 speed on 4 rolls is perfectly average if we think that we're going for like 5 speed per roll, right? So for anything that's better than that, like a 21, 22, maybe even a 23. If it's a 4 roll, 21, 22, 23, very high priority to get calibration, or that last slice, whichever you prefer. I would think that, if you haven't calibrated up till this point, it would be the best way to go about it. But anyway, so I think you're at the point where you can start calibrating more, focusing on calibrating some of these good mods. Aside from that, start being really picky. Because you've already got such a great base of speed. Now you need to be looking for things that have other great secondaries besides speed. Like, look at this mod on Grandmaster Yoda. 20 speed on 4 rolls. Nice. Flat offense. Okay, it'd be better if it was % for an attacker, but we can make use of it. Crit chance. Nice. It's not bad if he crits. And then 5 rolls on tenacity. I don't know. It depends on which matchups you're thinking that he needs that tenacity for. For where I'm using Grandmaster, not likely. This is a good support mod with that kind of tenacity on it. So I'd probably try to calibrate away that crit chance to hit speed, and then slap this on a support and look to replace this with something that's got offense on offense and maybe health, since generally I'm putting him under a team where health is the priority. So start looking to improve your mods in this way. I think you've been doing a pretty good job of focusing on getting your speeds up. So now start going after those other secondaries. But nice work on mods. You clearly know what you're doing as far as procuring good ones. Datacrons. Well, first of all, remind me at the base level of the profile. What are we looking at? Your Kyber 2. So you will have Datacrons. All of them. Okay. Okay. I see what you're doing. So I would say this. Of course, you need to have enough Datacrons to make sure that you've got coverage for all your teams. So I expect that you would have a lot of 5s and 6s. But, maybe if you're Kyber 2, so you're getting a few crystals less per day than I am from Squad Arena. Your daily crystal income. But I think that when Conquest is active, let's put it this way. When Conquest is not running, I spend through the 100 crystal refreshes on mods every day. When Conquest is here, if I'm trying to just stay within my regular daily crystal income, I instead only do the 350s on mods, and then I do the 6 refreshes, so through the 350s, through the 3 100s, on Conquest, every day during Conquest. And by doing that, and having the strategy of trying to get to Sector 4 really early, spending a few days farming Sector 1, Sector 4 to get enough Datacrons to begin with, then materials to level them, it is very feasible. I'm sure it's similarly feasible in Kyber 2 to have a nearly maxed out roster in terms of number of Datacrons you can have, and then most of those can be level 9. So check how you're focusing your crystals during Conquest, see if you can get some more refreshes into the 100s, and you won't be disappointed, because it is good that you have all these 6s and 5s in terms of having coverage for your roster. particularly in 3 versus 3, but you can have some of these stronger and put more pressure on your opponents. Datacrons, if nothing else, are a ton of stats, right? Effects are different set by set. Some are better, some are worse. The effects from this newest Datacron set are kind of but the stats are nice. And, you know, level 3s, level 6s are kind of interesting, particularly for light side. So, anyway, hopefully that helps. You got any more questions, though, Depressed Wampa? Drop them in the chat. How about anybody else hanging out here? We took care of that redemption. So, let's see. We can do a little more Q&A if you guys want before I close up the stream and raid out. I don't even know who's alive right now. Press Wampa might have been cut off by ads. Oh, no, that was it. It was very helpful. I'll start 6 refreshing conquests from now on. Thank you. You're welcome, man. Yeah. I mean, I'm able to do that and still be free, you know, free to play in the sense that I spend money on the game, but I don't really spend a lot of money on Datacrons. I do that 6 refreshes thing that I talked about, and that doesn't cost me anything in terms of crystals. That's within my daily crystal income. So I consider that pretty fairly, I think, free to play. That being said, as far as Datacron reroll materials and stuff like that, you know, I'm very grateful for the support I have from my viewers, from my patrons, and I'm able to spend a little bit of money, I'd say probably between $20 and $50 a set on reroll materials. So I will give that its fair shake, because if you go look at my Datacrons, you might be thinking, wow, he's got a full set of level 9s, and that can be done pretty much free to play. But to have some of those as well set up as they are, that seems like that would take a lot of rerolls. And you were right. Some of those did. That's no lie. It doesn't look like we're getting a lot of other questions in the chat, so folks are starting to shuffle off, I guess. Guys, we're back from ads, so if you didn't hear it already, you guys got any other questions? And if not, we'll get ready to send the stream out. Sure, we've got other folks going live. If you're getting here late in the stream, we did finish up against BabyYoda. Defense performed impressively. He posted a 1741. I was fairly clean on ground. I was pretty iffy about doing Baylan into Reva, so I chose to do General Grievous first, thinking to chip it down. We got Seventh Sister out of there, finished it up with Baylan, and that was our only drop. And then we, you know, one-shot fleet. So that's how we got to 1815 today. It was a good day. Good day. All right, no other questions coming in. So, as far as how we're going to go for round 3, that's going to be tomorrow night between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern. I will make the announcement for that there on my Discord. Hold on. What did he drop? He dropped a bunch. I covered that all in detail at the start of the VOD, Zach. I tell you, I told everybody about the banners and everything, but he was clean up front. The quick overview is he was clean up front. He had a serious siege to get through Seer, Malico, Starkiller, Maul, Crew. Took him 7 attempts, but he made it through. And then up top, he had the 2-shot Fugitive Omega. Then I didn't show this earlier, but dig this. Our Executrix held, and he probably used Profundity there. So our Executrix held, and his didn't stop me, and that was further help. So, you know, we were in really good shape by the time we got to Fleet, but then being clean on Fleet, for sure. Solid day. All right, guys. So yeah, there's a link to my Discord. If you want to be in touch, you want to know when I'm going live, you want to be part of a very active, very helpful Grand Arena focused community, there it is. If you are watching me live, you already know I'm here at twitch.tv/Tassinix. I also simulcast from my YouTube channel, Tassinix Gaming. If you haven't been over there before, there's the link for it. Check it out, because we've got a whole bunch of other Swugger-related content over there. Got stuff like the GAC Omicron tier list recently updated. We've got the How to Mod Guide series. starting from fundamentals, going through advanced topics. We've got the mod guide series on individual characters and factions that you've asked about. And then, of course, a whole bunch of other videos besides on a variety of Slugger-related topics. And of course, it is also a rebroadcasting point for my Grand Arena focused podcast, Plotting and Scheming, that I make with my friends Dagger, TJ, Sasha, Aisha, and Fatal. We break down how we dealt with our matches in the top 100 or thereabouts of Kyber 1. We'll talk about the meta matchups, how we engage those, our favorite attacks and defenses of the week, our lessons learned for the week to come, and anything else we think that's worth sharing with you. So check that out over there. The show is native to Spotify, but wherever you catch an episode, check the description. There is a link that you can use to paste it into your preferred podcasting program and follow us that way. Anything you do enjoy over there on the YouTube, please give it a like, hit subscribe if you want to see more. The channel keeps on growing. We're closing right up on 1,600 YouTube followers, so really appreciate the support. Thank you guys. It is motivating. It's great. The channel is growing, so it's a lot. And of course, if you want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty, there are a few ways to support the stream. First of all, I do have a Cash App that is $Tassinix. I do have a PayPal, which is tassinix@gmail.com. And last but never least, if you want to get improved scouting power for your own Grand Arena matches, early access to some of my content, and of course, a few other perks that my members very much enjoy, you'll have to check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Tassinix. For any upwardly mobile Grand Arena player, there is something there of interest for you. At $5 a month, you enter the TAS House at VIP access level, where you get early access to the Plotting and Scheming show. That's coming out to our general audience Friday mornings at 8 a.m., but patrons get it as early as Tuesday night within hours of us recording. That gets you the early edge on the first round of the week. I also have the occasional patron exclusive that you guys will get first crack at, usually at least a month of exclusivity there. Of course, there's also a dedicated text and voice chat on Discord where I am usually lurking, so pop on in and say hi. Thank you so much to Andrew, Banja, Boba Iza, Deadpool Kyle 28, JJ's Dad, JJ's Productions Twitch, Jobin4527, Miasmo, Mus Ras, Ray's Malbus, Sam Vimes, Sheepdog47, Squed, Stark Strategy Gamer, Sweens14, and White Wolf. Moving on up to the $10 a month tier is VIP Access Plus, where you get a bundled Patreon access to me and to your choice of either Omegabot or Hot Utils Patreon. So Omegabot's that tool I highlight at the start of the stream with those graphs, giving you an easily understood sense of what your opponent is about, offensively and defensively. Anybody can use that tool for free to scout their opponent's last week of Grand Arena history, but only patrons can build out a custom report with any number of weeks. You get a downloadable HTML version that has embedded links you can click that go right back into swugga.gg or Insight, whichever you like to use, helping you further minimize your scout time. Alternatively, you might go for the Hot Utils Patreon, aka Chili subscription, which is your #1 tool for mass mod management and loadout creation. You can easily switch between your Grand Arena, TB, TW, and Raid mods with just a couple clicks. You can comprehensively remod your roster using the powerful automation feature, the way that TJ and Fatal like to do. We also have a video on YouTube about how to use that automation. You should check it out. Of course, you can be a big help to your guild in TW, slice through hundreds of mods in seconds. There's a few other perks baked into Hot Utils, but regardless, no wrong way to go at VIP Access Plus. Thank you so much to Aussie Mike, Darth Salea, Esh Satnikam, Meow for Me, Mr. Tony, Shake23501, Single Malt Jedi, Snack Attack, Striker, Super Mard, and Trouble Fingers. At VIP Access Premium, this is $15 a month for the Double Bot Bundle. So Patreon access for me, Omegabot, and Hot Utils all in one subscription. Buying those bots, anywhere else costs the same as this bundle, which is why so many of my patrons say this is one of the best value bundles in all of Swugga. Thank you so much to Argots, Arj, Bjorn, Big Ninja, Duckstab, Darth Link, Frick Frack Paddywhack, General Milan, Ibanek, Johnny V. Ottawa, Kev, Mini GK, Hills, Ploon, Quig, Rawling, Soldag, Sirboss, Sophus, The Lost Womp Rat, Trevor Boy Gaming, Wilco, and Zoltre. And at the top of the list, Ingesters Club Elite, the one, the only Nomad's Reaper. This madman pops into stream from time to time, drops hundreds of subs, thousands of biddies, incredibly generous support over the years. Thank you so much, my man. And of course, our special thanks first up to the Lost Womp Rat, one of my patrons who has previously, helped me out optimizing my OBS setup, but most recently got my stream deck up and running, making my transitions and my movements while I'm doing all this just all that much more smooth. So thank you so much, my man. Really appreciate it. To Mrs. T, my wife, thank you for all you do in the background, whether it's bringing me something to eat, something to drink, or just keeping our daughter from destroying our home while I'm busy trying to be the very best like no one ever was at a phone game. And of course, my co-hosts on Plotting and Scheming, Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal. Gentlemen, as ever, it is a pleasure and a privilege to record our show together every week. I learn from you guys every episode, and hopefully the feeling is occasionally the same. But regardless, it's not about us, it's about our viewership. Folks love tuning into the show because of our passionate and focused discourse about trying to get actionable intelligence for that next week of duking it out in Grand Arena. You guys add so much to the conversation. It's discussed not only on my Discord, on YouTube, but in other communities as well. So we're really having our mark, and you guys are a huge part of that success. Probably the super majority. So thank you guys so much. All right, back over to the main scene, and we make ready to raid out. Yeah, that's right, Womp. Screw that guy, that Womp Rat fellow. That's all right, Graph. Thanks, and see you next time. Glad you enjoyed the show. Thank you for tuning in, man. All right, let's make ready to raid out. Who yet lives? Vexatron's live, no joke. Dogpilot on Vexatron. All right, YouTube folks, thanks for tuning in. Sending you over to Vex. And let's see if we can't do the same here on Twitch. Find out. Raid channel. Category. Where's our man? Is Vexatron up? There's Vexatron. He just got started too. Just a few minutes ago. Let's make ready to raid. All right, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Again, GG to BabyYoda. See you next season. We know how it is. And of course, to all of you who tuned in today, really appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow night to close out the season and possibly actually take it home for the number one. We'll find out tomorrow. Until next time, it's been real. It's been awesome. It's been real awesome. Take care.